So it's going to tell me, since you already have it, you can actually quickly calculate it. I'm already in solver mode. When I'm in the solver mode, I'm going to enter either future or present value as target. Whatever payments that I'm going to make, I want the present value of those to be $25,000, okay? Because that's what I'm financing now. So my target is 25,000. Oops. And by the way, I'm going to be in present value mode. Again, it's doing stuff, but the inputs are not proper yet. Or 7.99. Monthly periodic payments, we don't know yet. Number of years is 8, and there is no balloon payment. Oh, this should be 25,000. Look at that rose-colored cell in the corner. It says precisely 0. That is the difference between the value of the left-hand side formula and the right-hand side. In this case, right-hand side is equal to the target value. Okay, that means it solved it for you. If you change the amount or change the interest rate, 12, it's just very quick. Technically speaking, it's going through some iterative calculations, but it's so fast, you don't see it. It's almost instantaneous. This is why, I call this a calculator. Technically speaking, it is a calculator. But in this case, I don't have to repeat everything. In a financial calculator, you would have to repeat all the inputs, then push the buttons. Here, I'm only entering the thing that's different. If it's a 50 grand car, that's your payment, okay? Interest rate is 1.99, that's your payment. Alternatively, you can, nobody would ever say yes to this, but this is almost how leasing looks like. One of the reasons lease payments are lower, there are two reasons why lease payments are lower. One, when they lease the car to you, they retain the legal ownership of the car. Since they are a corporation, they can write off the depreciation on it and get a tax benefit from that. Yes. Let's do that. Let's see what happens. Target value 0 means present value is 0. Okay. No, we're not interested in that. Right now, balloon payment is a payment that is made at the end of the loan. Okay. So, yeah, that's symmetrical. Another reason lease payments are lower, in addition to depreciation, you do a 3-year lease. At the end of those 3-year lease, you actually return the car back to the dealer, right? But that car still has a value. You can think of that value as a balloon payment. So if I went to my dealer and said, at the end of 8 years, this car, even though it's 50,000 now, is going to be worth 10,000. What if I make you a $10,000 payment at the end? Right now, payment is 82.92. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's make that 0 first. It was 82.92 because of something else. Your monthly payment without the balloon payment would be 563.82. It's going to be 467.64. Basically, after 8 years, you're going to trade in your car or sell it. With the proceeds from that, you're going to pay off your loan. If I was a bank, I would actually fund things like these. But you're not going to find major banks do anything like that. If you did stuff like this, you'll get more customers. Because younger people cannot afford high initial payments. But 8 years from now, those guys are going to be working somewhere, right? Promoted, make more money. Plus, that car is still going to be worth something. I mean, the others say I've seen uh, an ad for a Mini Cooper that was 1998, 200,000 miles, and asking $8,000. I know that's kind of a special kind of car, but I've seen some cars that maintain their value. Japanese cars and German cars are like that. American cars are not. Whether that is deserved or not is besides the point. That's what the market is. All right? Suppose I wanted to ask a different question. Anytime you go to a car dealer and want to buy a car, the salesperson almost never talks about the interest rate on the financing. It's the first thing they ask you, how much monthly you can afford. Okay? That is a trap question. Do not ever answer it. Always tell them, sell me the car I want, we'll figure about the financing. All right? But they tell you, and you see this in used car ads, 199 a month gets you the car. Okay? Yes, but what is the interest rate I'm paying? It is in the paperwork, I know. But by the time you get to that point, you already said yes. Once you had yes, they did the paperwork, you started signing stuff. Suddenly you see the interest rate. A lot of people are too nice to say, no, thank you, and leave. I would, but American people are not like that. A few years ago, we were going to buy a car for my girlfriend, and she picked the car, and we sat down, and I started bargaining about the price, and she left the premises. It was too embarrassing for her that somebody actually was bargaining. Why? I know it's a different culture. Back in Turkey, let's say you went to Turkey, you went to the Great Grand Bazaar, where there are a lot of authentic Turkish carpet sellers. If you're a tourist, especially an American tourist, they know you're not going to bargain, and they're going to take big advantage of you. If they know that you're Turkish and you don't bargain, they feel insulted. What, you don't consider me a human being? You're not even bargaining with me? You have that kind of money? Typically, carpet that you would pay $1,000 for, I could get it for 300. Obviously, it changes from carpet to carpet, but a lot of Middle Eastern places are like that. Back in '99, I went to Karachi for business, and my boss's wife was also over there. She says, "Oh, you gotta buy pashmina for your wife." I said, "What's pashmina?" Turns out it's some sort of scarf, but it's made from the neck hairs of a certain kind of goat in the Kashmir mountains. Those things are so fine. I mean, you could take a whole scarf, pass it through a little ring. They're that fine. And they sell in Istanbul for $500 a piece. Okay, and we go to the place. I picked up four of them. I have sisters, mother, and as well, and some other stuff. We had a Pakistani guide. He first bargained with the guy in Urdu, He says, I'll give all of them for $400. I said, nope. I took out my wallet and I took out two crisp Benjamins. I said, here's $200 and you have 5 minutes. Take it or leave it. Oh, he started, oh, you're going to make my kids hungry. That's the standard line. Uh, and I said, okay, 5 minutes elapsed. I'm leaving. About a minute later, he sent his kid. The kid is running after me. We went back and bought it for 200. Had I bought the same stuff in Istanbul, I would have paid probably at least $2,000. Same thing in London would have cost five. You need to bargain. All right. So they tell me that this is a $50,000 car. You're gonna let's make the balloon payment zero. Okay. Given the payment, I want to know what's the implied interest rate. Okay. First of all, I need to change my unknown. As soon as we enter the input names, this becomes a drop-down box, and I'm going to show you how to make it like that. This is what I don't know, okay? It actually solved the current problem, which was already solved, but I want the payment to be 800, okay? Turns out I'm going to pay, 1153, which may or may not be acceptable to me, right? We can do alternative stuff. Let's go back to payments.